what exactly is an AI worker? Well, the honest answer is it's intentionally flexible, and we did that on purpose. And what that means is it's as tightly scoped or as expansive as you need it to be. So, at its core, an AI worker is a multi agent system that executes work on your behalf. And you can run it in really two ways. First, as fully autonomous, always on, running in the background as part of a larger AI workflow, no human required. Second, human in the loop, so invoked by an employee to help them execute work faster with AI doing the heavy lifting while the person stays in control. Same technology, same setup, same platform. You decide how much autonomy it has, and any business user can build one. So let me show you what that looks like. So here we're looking at our sales proposal business case AI worker with a Gamma skill integration. What this does is it turns notes and text input from a sales rep into a fully formatted and designed business case proposal document. This is how you create one. You start here with a worker name and worker description so you know what it is and what it does, and you give it a tag so you can stay organized. Now, from there, you go into knowledge. So built into every AI worker's web search is a native knowledge capability. So let's toggle that on. It's really that easy. And why we put this in there is when you give an AI worker research instructions, it's not just going to pull from its existing internal knowledge base. It's also going to fire web search queries dynamically, pull the results temporarily into a memory space, and then use that context as it works through its instruction set, allowing it to go deep on research with multiple steps of research, even without losing context. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And as you can see, I've selected some additional memories here in the knowledge set. So next up is the brain. This is where you choose the underlying large language model, or LLM, that powers your AI worker. You connect to any model you want. OpenAI is what we have here. We have DeepSeek from SambaNova, G models, Llama Maverick as well. But really it supports any LLM model. Anthropic, Mistral. Heck, if you got your own private model custom developed on your instance and running in your environment, connect that. The beauty of it all is the connection runs through your own private API key, which does a couple of things. Full data privacy, no shared model utilization, and no third-party access to your data. But the real beautiful thing about all of this is that we don't charge a margin on token consumption. We think you should pay your LLM provider directly. Cost on the dollar, which actually is in the cents, with no markup for us. Tokens are a utility. LLMs are a utility like electricity. When you run up your electricity bill, just pay PG&E as your provider. This makes it predictable, low cost, and fully flexible. And for reference, a single contact process with full-on research and sequencing occurring automatically from our SDR AI worker costs 0.18 per person processed. That's a 4 email sequence with really deep instructions and research occurring. So this makes it ridiculously affordable to scale, and that's because we want to incentivize you to do that. This also makes it so that if models change and new models become available, it's literally as easy as checking a box to switch the model that's powering your AI worker. So, future-proofed. Now, next up is instructions, and this is really the heart of the AI worker. And this is really where you tell the worker how to do its job, and you tell it the same way you'd write a standard operating procedure for a new employee. Plain English, numbered steps. You don't have to use any jargon or code. Instructions are structured into 4 parts. Role and objective. Who are you? Who is this worker? What is it here to accomplish? That sets the identity and the mission. Then you have instructions. This is the full sequence of what the worker does. So the reasoning steps, purpose, inputs, input requirements, step-by-step phases for analysis, research, so on and so forth. Now, you're seeing this and you're probably a little overwhelmed. This is one of the more sophisticated AI workers that I've built, but there are more simple examples. This one goes on to even do EBITDA calculations, displacement calculations. It's a business case worker, right? So it's got to present something that a CFO is going to want to sign off on that makes sense. So from there, you have output format, and this is where you tell it how you want it to deliver its work. The formatting you're seeing here that I'm using is in Markdown formatting because this needs to pass that over to a AI skill, a tool call, if you will, to Gamma to have this designed on brand. And from there, you've got final instructions, which is your checklist and part of the guardrails and fences. It's where you tell it what it should always do, what it should never do. It's another way we bake in predictability, repeatability, and performance at scale. So when you write your instruction set, write it like you're onboarding a sharp new hire and writing their playbook on day one. That's the exact right mental model. And by the way, You don't have to know how to write these things from scratch because we populate EverWorker with quick start templates. You just click a button and it puts in an entire instruction set that we developed internally and have used with our customers that you could then quickly customize either by hand or with your favorite LLM app of choice. Now, from here, let's go on and check out skills. So skills are what give your AI workers the ability to act. So here I've connected in some AI workflows at skills, which just passes its output over to this skill, which then sends it to Gamma to have the thing designed. Then that passes it into this, and this uses a polling skill where it basically waits and keeps asking Gamma, hey, is it ready yet? Hey, is it ready yet? And once it's ready, it returns back the designed file URL to the user. So we basically replaced a product marketing team or sales enablement team with an AI worker here, and we like that. So to close, an AI worker is a multi-agent system you fully control, scoped to a job, powered by the model you choose, fed with the knowledge it needs, and instructed in plain English. Human in the loop or fully autonomous. And now, as I showed you this, this is a very simple, if you will, example of a human in the loop AI worker. This is also an AI worker, by the way, and it's a workflow that it's calling. So what this one is it's our marketing email nurture AI worker. You give it a prompt, what you want it to write an email sequence about. It writes the email sequence, and then it designs the email headers, uploads everything into HubSpot, and builds you your marketing nurture sequence in HubSpot. So that's when I say the definition of an AI worker is intentionally broad, because it could be something like this that you talk to in chat, right? Or it could be something like this that you call dynamically. Both are AI workers.